All right, guys. Tonight's going to be entirely different. All right. I'm not rolling the usual little intro. My guest tonight is currently in the green room. I offered him an opportunity to be on screen, and I understand why he declined. Okay. He's staying out of a whole bunch of stuff that I am about to talk about. So tonight is going to be different. Guys in the chat, sorry, I'm not going to do the roll call at this moment, but thank you so much for joining me. I've hit my break point with certain things, and I have a platform. I'm going to talk about it right now. We're grown-ass men who put flavored oil in our motherfucking beards. There is too much fucking drama being spilled around by a goddamn fake Instagram account. I'm not even going to mention its name. I think we all know who he is right now. Matter of fact, no, fuck that. My Motivation Way. This person is putting up bullshit to drive hammers and nails and any other divisive tactics he can into the bearded community. He's putting up stuff that is so old, it's not even funny. His post today, he attacked Bearded Motivation for his haircut that Dave even made fun of himself for. Whoever is protecting this guy, you need to stop. Seriously. I don't believe it's one person. I believe it's multiple people making a concerted effort to screw over certain companies and certain reviewers who I'm not going to mention. I'm tired of it. It's crap just like this that makes me go, I graduated high school before you were probably even born. I left that bullshit behind. I just, guys, this has got to stop. If you're a business owner with that account and we find out who you are, because eventually everything you do in the dark comes into the light. I honestly believe the whole beard community should boycott you. I really don't care if you have a problem with company A, B, C, D, or E. Step your game up and do better. If you're reviewers who are doing this because your channel failed, maybe you need to backtrack and figure out what you're doing wrong and stop attacking people. I made a massive mess up a little while ago. Matter of fact, I've had a couple. They've been really public, and I've gotten my ass reamed for them. I am beyond proud of the group who spreads lies that I'm affiliated with every Friday, but I won't mention that channel or the show because I don't want any drama firing at them. Took me behind the scenes, got me in the woodshed, and basically beat the fuck out of me. It was well-deserved and well-received because I'm a goddamn man. And when you screw up, you own it. Whoever this My Motivation Way is, stop. You're pathetic. You seriously are. You claim you're exposing the drama in the beard community. What have you put on your freaking Instagram page? What? Nothing. There was no secret backer for a beard company. There was nobody in bed with somebody else. There was no collusion to prevent people from buying a freaking product. If you want to buy Jolly Old Fat Man, go buy Jolly Old Fat Man. You want to buy Johnny Slicks? Buy Johnny Slicks. You want to buy Chesapeake? Buy Chesapeake. But grow the fuck up, get out of the shadows, put your name on that fucking channel and whatever, and own it. Then maybe people might understand you. I hope that gets through, and I hope you run tell tattle motherfuckers who are watching this later, bring it to that page. I gave him a platform to come on and talk about whatever he wanted to, and he bitched out. Done with that fucking page. It's being blocked. I don't fucking care about it. Not talking about it doesn't do anything. All this other shit doesn't do anything. Whoever you are, you're going to get found out. On that fucking note, guess what? I'm bringing in my guest, and we're going to learn a little bit more about him, and we're going to find the usual stuff. Dude, thank you for letting me get that out, brother.
Not a problem, man.
Now, guys,
you got to do.
Yeah, guys, he may seem familiar to a lot of you. I was going to have him on a while ago, but when I rescheduled everything for my live feeds and everything I wanted to do, I had to cancel on him. And he was very gracious enough to give me his time tonight. So I'm very, very happy for that. Now, Cody, brother, this is what I do with everyone. Introduce yourself to the world, man. Tell them all about you.
All right. Well, my name's Cody. You can find me on Instagram and YouTube at CBreezy Bearded. I'm 27. I work full-time job like everybody else. I like long walks on the beach.
There you go. I was ready to say that.
Oh, man. I started a beard club a while ago called Bearded Americans, so I do that. I've kind of taken a step back from reviews. I still do them here and there when a company asks me to, uh, or somebody recommends a company to me as far as doing that. So I still do that every once in a while. I actually got one dropping tomorrow that I'm pretty excited about. Uh,
Nice.
but yeah, and then outside of that, man, I coach football. I work for a electrical company. All the usual normal people stuff. Been raising a kid since I was 15. Uh, you know, and had my own different little life walk. Spent a
Brother,
majority of
we
my
all have, we all come from different backgrounds and different stuff, and it's so cool that like your past doesn't define you, but it helps shape a whole bunch of stuff for your future. And Walt, if you miss my rant, back it up. You might want to see it, brother.
right, and that's so true, man. Like I know for me, a lot of people especially when I'm meeting new people, right, and like you start getting into the good stuff of getting to know people, and they ask, well, do you have anything that you regret or anything like that? I always tell people that I don't necessarily have regrets because I see those as life lessons that I had to learn from and things that I had to do, that then shaped me into who I am now,
Yeah.
and sometimes, it's some stuff that's good, sometimes it's bad, but it is what it is. You got to roll with the punches. You got to own it. You just got to learn from it.
Yeah. And I mean, okay. I hate in certain ways when people come and ask you and go, dude, would you change anything from your past? And I'm always
Right?
like, no, because I'm turning 50 this year and I'm happier than I've ever been in my life. My family's pretty much secure. We got food, the lights are on, we got TV, internet, kids have whatever. We're not hurting. But I mean, I'm worried like if I went back and I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to change this, that would
Mm-hmm.
screw up everything else.
Exactly.
And just like you said, my brother, you take the good, you take the bad. And when you screw up, I always tell my kids it's an amazing opportunity to learn.
Yep.
It's like whenever they get in trouble, it's always all right, you get yelled at, here's your punishment. All right, now walk me through everything.
Yep.
And it's so much fun watching my son sit down and go, oh, I'm like, yeah, that's where you got caught, moron.
Right. Yeah, went through that today going to a football practice, and so our football practice right now is 2 days a week. It's not really a practice; it's a workout, um, and it's from 7 to 8:30 my time.
Yeah.
And so, he's got to eat between 5:30 and 6 so that he's not throwing up on the field. And so I told him, originally he asked me to play one more game. I was like, yeah, man, sure, why not? And then my mom let me know that dinner was ready. And so I was like, all right, cool. And I said, never mind, dude, you can't play. You got to go down to
Yeah.
dinner. And he goes, no, I'm playing one more game. I said, no, you're not. You're going downstairs and you're eating. And then he was like, fine. And he goes down. And like me and him had to have a conversation about that. And it's always the funniest thing with him because it's like he gets it, but then it's like it takes probably about 4 more times of him doing it
Yeah.
for it to finally sink in that, okay, if I do this, this isn't a good idea.
No, I get you. And it's like I've got my son and 2 daughters in my house. So it's every one of them has such different personalities and different learning abilities and different everything. There's nothing I can do that's like a blanket. But there's sometimes I have a little fun where I'm like, hey, dumbass. And all 3 of them look. I'm like, all right, you in the middle. Come here. And
Right?
Hookem, I agree. I agree
Yep.
100%.
100%. That's what I always tell the football team, man.
I can hear them. Can you guys hear Cody okay? All right, but still, hey, I know you've got a YouTube channel sitting out there. What is it, CBreezy
Yep.
Reviews or something like that?
Yeah, it's just CBreezy bearded.
Okay. I know I've watched your stuff before.
Uh-huh.
I know that you had a hard time a little bit ago, and I know you're restructuring a lot of stuff because in some ways I miss your live feeds because they were definitely different.
Yeah.
Are you bringing those back?
At some point, yeah. So right now, I'm working on trying to get this whole Bearded American beard series done with doing lives, and so right now we just finished up the core of leadership team about 3 weeks ago, I want to say, and then everybody's been pretty busy here on and off with school ending and all that kind of stuff. So then we're going to jump back in. We got a couple supporting leadership roles that I got to get those guys on, and we got to do a live with them. And then I'm going to jump into the members that we have, which is about 20 guys. So it'll probably be about another 2 months, 2 to
Nice.
3 months before I bring back a live stream like what I used to have, because I do want it to be something similar to that, but I want to make sure I'm going to rename it. It's going to be more controlled. There'll be a lot of the same overall idea of that, you come on there, you're there as yourself. You're there, you're not portraying a company, you're not portraying anything of whatever, you're just being you, right? And that's all you're there for.
I get that. I do, because I don't know how to put it other than this. I know when you get to a certain level and you get affiliate codes, you basically represent that company. And I get how our actions can look bad on that company, because I lost a code with a company that I've been with for a while because of my actions. I forced that company to do it. So I get exactly what you're saying about, well, I don't want to represent a company. I don't do this. I don't. But the hard part for me is, if you have a code with that company, no matter what, you're always affiliated with that company.
Yeah.
And
so like what I'm meaning by that is not necessarily your actions, right? So I think we all got it. And even I've had to take accountability for my actions when it comes to companies and all that kind of stuff, because I've been in your shoes as well, where I've made an ass of myself on a live stream, and I lost a couple of affiliate codes, which is fine. It happens. I deserve that, and I don't have any ill will towards any of those companies for doing that, right? I deserve that, And
guys, he said 2 months. He's bringing it back. 2 months.
Oh.
They're like, bring back the shit show.
Yeah, it'll be called something else though, guys. But not necessarily like you're not on there when I'm talking about representing a company. Like, you're not on there to like talk about that company. You know what I mean? You're not on there to talk beard stuff. Now, if beard stuff comes up, but you're not going to be on there to talk about that kind of stuff. We're just going to be on there hanging out, shooting the shit, but it's going to be called something. It's not going to be called the shit show or anything like that. Because that was the whole reason I even came up with that name originally, was I was talking to a couple of my buddies about it, just wanted to have a live stream that was just hanging out, shooting the shit, having a good time. And the shit show just kind of came out of nowhere and stuff.
Dude, I get it. Like, the title of my show used to be Beer, Blades, and Beards. But that was kind of a mouthful, because basically I reviewed 2 of those a lot, and I had planned on doing other stuff with that third one. But with my laggy internet in the beginning, and everyone's like, lag, new computer, dedicated internet line, I've got no problem. So hence the no lag zone. It got born from just the crap going on with my channel,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, it's definitely a good name. And it's actually
interesting.
A really funny story. Yeah, exactly. But there's not going to be like, like I got water tonight, it's not going to be any drinking on my show, at least on my end.
Hey, Hawaiian Punch, vintage 2021.
There you go. But, not that I have a problem with drinking or other people drinking or anything like that, but it's just led to some stuff that it shouldn't have led to, right? So, it's just got to be one of those things that's got to be one of the stipulations, that if you're on there, you can drink whatever you want besides alcohol,
That's one statement by a guest, I think, in the history of my show that I agree with 100%. Not that I have a severe problem, but it's made me do some really stupid fucking things,
Right? Exactly. And I think a lot of us can say that, right?
But there's the one thing that I will always joke around with you. How many of us can say we did it on a live feed and bad,
Yeah, I know. Not a lot.
And I will admit, I was a little bit hesitant to reach out to you after that, because I knew you were getting a lot of hate.
Yeah.
But I knew exactly what you were going through from my own personal experience. So that's why, for the record, anybody watching this, one of the first things I ever said to this man was, I know you're getting a lot of hate, but it's not coming from me. And I just talked to him just like we are right now.
Yep. And we had a really good conversation that day, man.
Yeah. And that's why I knew I had to have you on, because I'm like, he's a cool dude. I get heat of the moment. I get alcohol. I get dumb shit when you're with your boys and your buddies, and you start shit talking each other, and you start doing this, and I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I get that.
Exactly, and it's not in any means. And like I said, when all that stuff happened and I put out an apology for it, I'm not justifying any of it by
Yeah.
my actions or anything like that. But I'm just owning up to this is what I did that was wrong, and and this is stuff that, uh,
And I
you know,
can vouch for that because seriously, when I was screwing up big time, he's one of the guys who brought me out to the woodshed and helped beat my ass. And in Ken's way, hold on, I got to get my Ken. Hold on. In scene. Chris, this is really going to hurt me more than it does you, but we got to do this, brother. There we go. Okay, get the Ken out.
You got to get that Kentucky accent in there, man.
Well, I just can't. I can't do oil or spider like him, Jaws is here. I see you, big macho man. I see you up there in the crowd. Yeah, brother.
But it's just one of those things, man. Like, it just is what it is. I'm owning the whole situation as what it was, and through that, I've kept out of a lot of stuff here recently. There's always people that try to tie me back into things or reach out to share other things that are going on, and it's just like, not that I don't necessarily care that stuff's going on or whatever, but it's just I've completely removed myself from it altogether, and it's part of the reason why I stopped doing reviews when I did, even though I had already made up my mind that I was going to take a break from them. But, with all the stuff that did go on and the amount of hate that did come for a good little bit, I didn't want to drag any companies down just from being nice enough. Not a problem, Ken. I had to do something, man. So, I just did it the best way that I could.
Gary, we were talking about that earlier. And I actually brought up the fact that I lost an affiliate code because of my own actions, and I had to own that as well. So, yeah. See, and that's one of the other reasons I wanted you on tonight, Cody, was ever since that incident, you've basically gone radio silent. And I want to give you a lot of credit for that because I know how easy it is to just wait a minute. Hold on. I'll get to that one in a moment. I know how easy it is to give into that hate and give into that anger and give into that point where you just want to lash out and be like, fuck you guys, this is that, this is here, this. I get it. I want to give you a lot of credit and a lot of respect for that,
Well,
because that's so hard to do.
Yeah. And, and obviously we all know how it goes. Not everybody takes apologies the same way, and that's fine. It's just the way it is. It's kind of the nature of it, especially when it's all over the internet.
I'll give you that, Gary. And yeah, that's, God, how can I put it? That's another reason why I kind of respect you for sitting in the green room and just letting me rant. That way you're on the show, but you're not tied to that rant because you weren't there,
Exactly.
All right. Now let's flip this around a little bit. Let's talk about content creation, because I know a lot of your videos seem to be done in the Breezy mobile.
Yeah.
What started that, man? Because that's how I got turned on to you, was a beard company that, no offense, I really don't want to mention its name right now because it just makes me want to go, reached out and went, hey, you need to check this guy out. And the first thing I saw, it's like, you're in a car. I'm like, okay, that's different,
Right. So, all right. So living in my parents' house right now because of student loan debt and all that stuff. Like, I just got the truck paid off, so it's not the world's biggest house. I share a room with my 11-year-old nephew, and I don't have a whole lot of room. Like, I get the garage for a little bit of time, here at nighttime and everything. But let's be honest, the garage gets hotter than, hotter than hell during the summertime.
If I got it right, you're in Virginia, right?
I'm in Georgia.
I thought you were in Virginia. So Georgia, that humidity. Yeah. Oh.
Right. And I got the fan going, and hopefully it's not too bad for you guys as far as hearing with the headphones in.
Oh, you're good, bro. And Chris,
during the wintertime, it's colder than hell out here. And so, at the beginning of all of it, I toyed around with a couple different things. I tried filming outside. I tried filming in the bathroom. and the sound quality wasn't that great. And then life started getting busier with football picking up because I became a head coach, so I got more responsibilities added on top of all the other stuff that I do. I got a female in my life, got the kid that I'm raising, doing stuff with my family, all that stuff. And so it's just kind of it got to be really hard to carve out time to try to figure out when to do stuff and
Yeah.
finding places to do it. So I finally just said, well, let me start filming from the truck on my lunch breaks. And so that's what I started doing. I'd film on my lunch break. And so my goal is to always get the film done or the video done within somewhere between 5 to 15 minutes. Sometimes they go a little longer.
Okay.
And then I try to edit it for the next 20 to 30 minutes before my lunch break ends. So that then when I go inside, all I got to do is type in all the stuff on YouTube and hit upload,
Sorry for looking around, guys. There's a fly going berserk. It's not my ADD going, squirrel! No, there's a fly. I want to kill it. But still.
And I'd actually talked to another creator at one point about how I really didn't like filming from my truck because I felt like it was just, I personally at one point felt like it was holding me back from being, from making better quality videos, right?
Okay,
because
I get that.
Because of knowing the fact that I have an hour. So like I felt like I was having to rush through everything, right? And so then my sister moved out. And
that is a good question.
Yeah. The kids love it, man. They always give me a hard time. They're always like, dang, did that get longer? And as y'all have seen, I've been if you paid attention to my Instagram lately, I've been putting like the beard beads and braids and stuff in my beard.
I did see that. I was going to give you crap and go, where's your Viking beads, man? Come on.
Yeah, I took it out tonight. We had some pretty bad weather out at practice, so I took them out. But I like doing that stuff too because the kids always get a kick out of it. And, but they also know that I love joking around with them and everything.
Yeah.
But the best part is that they also know when, oh crap, I just pissed coach off and it's game over.
Not a problem, Aaron. Mr. Acker, how are you, sir?
But so my sister had moved out, so I tried doing it in what was her bedroom for a while, and I started noticing that I was running into the time issue again, and if I filmed from there, I liked that I could make better quality video.
Yeah.
But I also noticed that then I took too long in my videos.
So,
you know,
I'm just scratching my cheek, Joe. I mean, I wouldn't read into that or anything. Come here, you little fuck. Sorry. It's like buzzing right here, and I'm like,
nice.
Yes.
Hopefully you get it soon.
Oh, I'll get him some point tonight. But still.
So I went back to the Breezy Mobile.
No, I get like the time thing because I like to joke around and go, this is the alternate film room, which is actually my bedroom. Some videos the camera's sitting like right over here. So it's like at the front of my bed facing backwards. Or if you see like the knife reviews with the camo blanket, that's my kitchen table.
Nice.
Seriously. So I get the time because like with my 3 kids and now it's becoming summer and especially during COVID where I couldn't film downstairs a lot, I had to come up with something different. And that's why the alternate film room was born,
Nice. Well, yeah, man. So, and the person that I was talking to pretty much said, well, if you're going to do it from the truck, just embrace it, just own it. And so then I put out a little Instagram video, which was a tour of the Breezy studio. And, it was the tour of my truck.
See, and that's the thing that I think makes channels a little bit differently. When you have to do something a little bit off the wall, like my brother Bearded Life Joe, when he gave a tour of his studio, and he's like, yeah, it's a card table with boxes. We're really ghetto here. It just... It gives you that something a little bit different that you can connect with on a different level because people are going to be like, dude, I do that. And they're going to want to watch you. But what made you pick up your camera that very first day and get in front of it and go, we got to talk about this? What was your inspiration?
So honestly, and I know it's gonna sound crazy as hell coming from me after the the shit that I did a couple of months ago, but I was watching. I got on YouTube one day, and I stumbled upon Dan and Scuba's channels of beard
Yeah.
products because I was looking into it because at first I thought that the beard product stuff was just a load of crap, right? I thought it was just another thing for people to get money from, right?
Right. Right.
And so, and then I decided, well, I saw a really good deal on Amazon for some Viking Revolution. So I tried it out. This one, my beard was shorter, and I really liked it. And I was like, okay, nice. So I decided to look into it a little bit more, and I stumbled upon them too, and started watching. And honest to God, my initial reaction was, well, shit, I could do this. And so I ordered up some stuff, and I put my camera in my bathroom, and I filmed. Or no, my first one was actually in my bedroom, and I was just like, yep, we're gonna do this. And it was
Nice.
broke ass beard supply.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, Matt. So I ask this of a lot of people.
Okay.
Every single day there's like brand new companies popping up and brand new reviewers popping up.
Yep.
What advice would you give to brand new reviewers who are picking up the camera for the first time? Other than, and I can say this for myself, don't be drunk on a live feed.
Yep. That's definitely good advice. uh, Number one, and this is what I was telling my buddy who just started up. Which if you guys aren't following him, if you don't mind if I put his
Yeah,
name
give
out
him a
there.
plug. Give him a plug.
Yeah, Beard of the North. You can find him on
Okay.
Instagram at, yeah, his name is Dan, and he's a great dude. He just started doing reviews, so he just got his YouTube channel up and going. And so me and him talked a good little bit. The advice that I always give is just one, no matter how you think it is, just make the video and get it out there because the more no, go pack go. No. See, Ken already knows that about me.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Oh, there he is right there.
Yeah. Anyone in the chat, if you're not subscribed to him, please go give him a subscription. Anybody who's watching this later, please go check his channel out. I've seen him in chats. He seems like a really, really cool dude.
He is, man. And me and him talk a bunch of crap. So if you see any crap talking from him, just ignore it. It's just a typical.
Well,
He would have been.
Yeah.
He would have fit the old show very greatly.
We all have that. We all have that group, and that's no. Finish up your advice, and then I want to touch on this.
All right. So just get the content out there, and then just always ask for advice from people. Of what they thought of the video. And if they just say it's good, just be like, well, was there anything you didn't like? Ask questions because most of especially if it's people that you're friends with already, they're just gonna be like, oh yeah, man, that was a great video, and you're not gonna know if you're doing anything wrong because you're not learning anything from it.
Yeah,
because they may have enjoyed the video.
I agree with Ron 100%. Be yourself.
Yep. Be yourself. And that's all you can do, man. You just got to keep doing it, and because the more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it. I can tell you, I dropped bottles a lot, and when I first started, I dropped cans of balm, and I still stumble over my words when I do videos. But now I've just gotten to where like I do the videos where I don't go into it with anything other than here's the cost of it, here's a little bit of information about the company, and what I think of it, right? And it's just either jotted down on a little notepad, just the key points of like the cost and stuff like that, or it's in my head. And
you're fine. We'll get to you in a moment, Aaron. We'll get to you in a moment.
And I just talk, And so.
Oh, sorry. Good. Finish that. I'm sorry.
So when I just talk, I stumble over my own words, and I make fun of myself, and I make stupid little corny jokes in my videos or whatever. And that's one of the things I like about it, though.
Yeah, you've got to.
Yeah.
Like with mine, seriously, my camera is possessed. I will sit and start talking, and then it just shuts off.
Yep, that's happened to me too.
And I'm like, why? Why?
Right.
And then you got to power it back up.
Thing.
Yeah, then you power it back up. You're like, yeah, data dump. All right, let's keep talking.
Right.
I did a review for Hairy Beards where it shut off 7 times in the middle of the review. And I'm like, nope, I'm just going to keep walking it through. But the point I was making earlier, I think it's critical that when you develop your friendship in this community, and I'm saying community not as in the beard community, but YouTube, all right, My brotherhood with Bearded Life Joe started out with me making fun of him in his videos. I literally told the man, every single time you say in your next video, I'm going to take a shot. So what did he do? Him and his brother came out in the very next video and went, we would like to address a certain comment in our very last video. I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. You know, and he sat there and he went, for like 3 minutes. I'm like,
Nice.
motherfucker, you know? But I think
man,
it's
that's
critical you get those people who will come to you and tell you you're fucking up.
Yep.
Because you screened it perfectly, man. I hate people who come to you and go, man, that was the greatest review ever. I've never seen anything like it. Oh my God, it was a life-changing experience. I'm like, no, it wasn't. You know, it really wasn't. I'm like, I really wasn't even into it when I was filming the review. I'm like, I got to get this out.
Right.
You know, and my bad part is I do block filming. So, yeah, there's a point where I'm at my 10th video of the day. I'm like, all right, here we go. Let's get into this. Yeah, but Aaron liked to know, who's your football team?
All right, so I got two, and it's going to sound really ridiculous, but I do. I got two. So I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan and a Falcons fan. And
nothing wrong with
the occasions that they play each other, literally, I will either just pick a team and ride with it, and whatever the score is, or I switch my jersey each quarter. Whichever jersey I have on in the fourth quarter is the one that I decide that I'm sticking with. So,
see, I tell people I'm a Patriots fan by birth because I was born in New England, but by choice I'm a Cowboys fan because in the 70s when I first started watching football, it was always Steelers and Cowboys in the Super Bowl. So my dad was a hardcore Steeler fan. So in order to root against them, I like the Cowboys, and I just stuck with them.
There you go.
Good, bad, Jerry Jones.
Yep. Because like the Falcons come from being born in Georgia and everything like that, and then the Viking part is my mom's whole family's from Minnesota, and so
not a problem, Beard in the North. Yeah, like I said, I've seen you in chats, bro. So yeah, you're a good guy.
Yep, he's an awesome dude, man.
And what's really funny, and fuck your Orioles, Chris. Who's in first place in the East this year? Chris Rayner's been with me from below 100 subscribers. He's literally like one of my original guys.
Nice.
And I'm just like, okay, you're still sticking around. Cool.
That's awesome, man.
I swear to God, Mick, one of these days I'm coming to Oklahoma. I will find you. It can't be that hard. A little 2'1" Irish red-faced guy walking around. Just saying. Oh, excuse me, riding a circus cow. Gary, we all can't be Cardinals fans, okay? But still. All right, man. So when you're doing your videos, are you like a one-take kind of guy? Or you just like, oh, well, I said that wrong. Let me back it up.
Nope. It's just one take and go. And if this is what happens. If there's something where I feel like I got to take it out, or if like I had to like stop to sneeze or something like that or cough, you'll notice there's like these little, it's like a little small cut, and that's what it is, because I cut out where I had to sneeze or I had to cough or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just all one take, man. Like it seriously is a pet peeve of mine, to where I get frustrated as hell with myself if I'm recording and I think I press record and I sit down and I'm talking to this camera and I finish and I'm really proud of what I just got done saying, and I look over at my phone and it's completely dark and the phone didn't record any of it. Dude, I go crazy. I'm like, it's not even funny. I get so mad because I know that it's not going to be anywhere near as good.
Yeah, I've done that in some videos recently where I can't suppress the cough enough, and it just it coughs, and I'm like, no COVID, fat boy, move on. You know?
Right? But what about you? Do you do the one take, or?
I try to do everything in one take. I really do. With a lot of stuff that I do, I'll have show notes in front of me just to make sure, because I do a lot of knife reviews, and there's no way I'm going to remember it's, the blade's this many inches long, closed, it's this, that, and now. But I mean, there are some companies that, like for the beard community, when I review them, I can literally close my eyes and tell you everything about them. because if you've watched my channel, there's 3 that I'm very passionate about. And whatever they put out, I've made a commitment to buy because I want to review it all because it works great in my beard. Whether it's a veteran-owned company, whether it's, how shall we say, a flaming redhead out of North Kakalaki. Just saying. You know, I've had a couple times where I've had to go back and go, I watched the video because like when I filmed it, especially with my step-parent series, because it's amazing how many people have watched that I never thought would. And I know I can make a joke about my son. And anybody who has kids, don't even give me this crap. They're the greatest treasures, and we love them every day, and they do nothing wrong, and they're little angels. See, Cody's laughing his ass off. He knows. There's days you get out of bed and go, move or I'm going to hit you. You know?
It's not even funny, man. I went camping all last weekend, and I camped in Missouri and floated down a river. And I got home Sunday. I went to bed at like 9 o'clock, which is super unusual for me because I was just so tired. And after sleeping on the ground and not sleeping great, I was ready for that bed. So Travis comes into the bedroom, and this kid wakes me up at like 11 o'clock, you know, because like I said, we share a bedroom.
Yeah.
He wakes me up and goes, "Can you snuggle me?" And I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding me? You woke me up for that?" You know, it's like, don't get me wrong. There's that part of me. It's like, okay, I know because all this is going to be going away super soon, and I know it is. So I like embrace it. But it's like, God, did you really just wake me up for that? You're lucky I didn't hit you. You know, those kind of things.
Yeah, I tell my girls that all the time. I'm like, come here, let daddy love on you, because pretty soon you're going to be a teenager and hate the fuck out of me, you know? And Mick, you only wish you could look this good at my age. That's all I'm saying. Go ride a circus cow. But the part, like I was saying, for my step-parent stuff, I actually had somebody call Child Protective Services because they literally got a Yellow Pages, tracked down CPS in my area, and filed the complaint because they didn't like something I said in the video.
Yep.
I'm like, do you actually think I'm going to rip my kid's arm out of its socket and beat him with it and then film it?
Right.
I even made a video about that one.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing, man. Like, so many people take it so seriously when people say things like, "Oh, you're lucky I don't hit you," or whatever. It's like when like adults are talking to adults, it's like a kid story. When we know dang well that was just like, we're just talking to each other. We're not talking to, we're not sitting there going, "Yeah, I'm gonna hit you," to the kid. Yeah, we're not trying to abuse them or whatever, anything like that. But I've been there as a kid. You know, I had, from playing football and everything, I got pulled into the counselor's office almost daily, being asked about being beat at home. When it's like, no, my parents don't beat me. I just bruise easily. All right. You want to know why I bruise easily? Because I'm a fat kid just having to play with kids 3 and 4 years older than him because of his weight.
Oh my God, that's awesome. All right, man, we're going to switch to something else that I talk about an awful lot on my channel. And there's another huge reason why I wanted to bring you on, because I always talk about people can come back from anything. And I even told you that day when we talked, you can come back from this.
Yep.
And, you know, you're a great example of that, yeah, I screwed up. I took my beating. I'm moving on, and you're rebuilding. I think that's awesome. Like I said earlier, I give you so much respect for that. But that ties into another area with mental health. Now, I know you being out there in Georgia, and I'm not sure of like the protocols for COVID, but how do you deal with that daily? You know, okay, you got to wear 82 masks, and, you know, you got to spray yourself with Lysol, and, oh my God, stay 80 feet away, that kind of thing. How do you help block that out, especially for you and your son?
So, well, now it's a little different because things are opening back up and everything like that, right? And honestly, not too many people said too much stuff to me or anybody about. I did get into it once with a lady in Florida. Well, she got into it, I should say. She got into it with me. I didn't say anything. I just took it. because we went to a restaurant and she was getting mad at me for not wearing a mask while everybody sitting down eating wasn't wearing a mask, and we were trying to
Yeah.
get seated. And, yeah, and I was just like, I'm not even going to try to argue with you. But it definitely it made stuff a little bit different, as far as mostly just me having to learn how to remember stuff. Like, I had to remember to bring that mask with me everywhere I freaking went.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wasn't going to be allowed in. And not only me, but having to remind him, hey, make sure you get that damn mask.
Vinny, you would think so, as many times as you popped in right as we talk about mental health. He just seems to pop in every time the moment we switch to it.
Nice. And,
see, Mel, there you go. Look, you were my favorite bluegrass till that. Mel. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Mel.
But, the hardest part for that was just the fact of knowing that there was a lot of stuff, not for me as much as it was for him, right? There was a lot of stuff that he couldn't do anymore because of the restrictions on, gatherings and, all that kind of stuff. And so that kind of took a little bit of a toll on me, seeing him just so depressed all the time about not being able to go do stuff with his friends, because there was some families that were fine with us getting together and doing stuff, and then there was other families that weren't, and so, and that's the way, like, my family's always been, is it's just, like, our home is everybody's home, right? So, you come over, like, your whole family comes, it's not like it's just a one person thing, so it's like, or if you come over a couple times, well, now you're treated like family and you're being invited to everything. You get invited to the New Year's parties, you get invited to the Thanksgiving bonfire, you get invited to the Christmas Eve get-togethers, all that stuff, And he was definitely really disappointed about some of the people that couldn't come because their parents didn't want to come because of the COVID stuff, which is completely understandable, and that's their choice, and that's perfectly fine. But it was hard seeing him just be so beat up all the time about that, and like, he'd get so bored some days that he would actually be like, oh, I don't even want to play my video games. I hate this.
For a kid to say that, wow,
Right. But as far as COVID goes, that was pretty much the extent of us. In our house, we pretty much kept it as, we just kept going as normal as we could,
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that's one of the things, like, it's a running joke. Every time Joe gives me a call on Saturday, that's usually when we go to Walmart and do grocery shopping. Well, the cuteness factor, my littlest child, that she picked her own YouTube name, and it's the cuteness factor, because she is cute as fuck, and she adds some class to my videos, But when we were taking her into our local Walmart before we got hit with a mask mandate, you've always got those people who are like glaring at you because you've got a child in a store without a mask. And I'm like, I don't have time for you today, okay? Just please stay over there, Karen in your corner, and don't come within reach,
Right. Yeah. And, I guess that part of it, it probably happened more than I realized, just because I learned at a young age to tune out people looking at me funny, because otherwise it led to me getting into fights, and that wasn't always the best solution. So,
okay, well, that's a good skill, and that's something that has probably carried over well, especially seeing how you're putting yourself out there on the internet, and it also is part of the mental health thing, like dealing with rude comments on your videos.
Yep.
I mean, I get, oh my God, like knife reviews. You think there's drama in the beard community? Go out and say you like this blade. You'll have 8 people from different companies coming at you sideways going, are you stupid? Are you this? Are you that? Why are you reviewing a $20 blade? Why aren't you saving your money and buying a bigger blade? All right. So I did. And got a really cool, oh, motherfucker, I can't remember, zero tolerance blade. Great upper class blades by Kershaw. Brought one to the channel, reviewed it, and they're like, oh, now look at Mr. Fancy Pants getting these big ones. I'm like, you fuckers, you asked for this shit. I'm giving you what you want. You're being a dick.
Right.
Oh.
Like, there's no winning, man. There's no winning.
And that's why I'm not proud of putting a recent troll on my social media, but I did.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of his comment and how he wrapped it up about the hardest part about being an idiot is you don't know you're an idiot. Here, let me clue you in. You're an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, aren't you so sweet? I love you so much. Oh. But yeah, guys, speaking of blades, we got something new today.
Nice, man.
Roman Gladius.
That thing is gorgeous.
In some ways, I've already found about 8 different flaws with it, but it was a gift from a friend, so.
Just make sure you keep showing people it on camera. On camera, it looks fantastic.
When you get up close with it, ooh. Okay, well, Vinny, I grabbed the wrong comment. Sorry. Come on, damn computer. Look at you and look at me, okay? They're not going to look at you the same way they look at me because you will pick them up and throw them like a lawn dart. All right, brother? That's all I'm saying. And Cody, man, if you've never seen Vinny, he's the only guy I've ever seen you have to turn sideways to walk through a door. That
Vinny's
killed
a big
me.
dude, man. Yeah, Vinny's a big dude, man. I wouldn't look at him funny.
Hey, God, see, there we go. Don't be hating, Chris. I've wanted a Gladius for a while, and I am going to make my own. This is kind of an inspiration piece for me when the Forge actually lets me start moving up to bigger stuff. I'm making one.
Nice. I have a little Sting sword in my storage unit that I got from Lord of the Rings, you know?
Yeah.
I got it when I was like in 4th or 5th grade. We used to be an Irish pub up the road, and we'd go up there for St. Patty's Day every year. They had this huge festival going on, and I waited till my dad started, I could tell he got a little looser with his money as the night went on, and so I was like, "Hey, Dad, can we get this?" And, it was $50, and I still have it. Dude, I freaking love that thing.
I will be checking that out. Mark my words, I will be checking that out.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm liking this guy more and more, you know? And
cool dude, man.
Yeah, and like I said, I've seen him in chats, never really went and checked out his channel. Now, because of you and him posting, I'm going to check this guy out. You will be getting a new subscriber tonight, Beard and North. I'm just telling you, it's going to be me, all right? All right. So we've covered, like, the little COVID stuff. I know you say things are getting a little bit looser out there. Is it really opening up that much for you guys that you almost feel like it's normal again?
Yeah, definitely, man. Like, don't get me wrong, you still see some people that wear masks by choice, but the mandate's gone. None of the stores you have to wear masks in anymore. And then I don't have to wear a mask to work anymore, which is really nice. I don't have to worry about it. That was for Joe,
not you.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I don't have to worry about it at football anymore. Like, I can be outside with the kids without people being like, "Oh, that coach isn't wearing his visor." Like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to wear a visor. You want to know why? Because when I talk, I have to yell.
Yeah.
I don't like necessarily yelling all the time. Like, the kids know that from me, if I'm yelling, it's because they've really done something that I'm trying to get their attention back focused. Otherwise I'm just calm as can be with them, and I didn't like having the visor on and having to yell just for them to be able to hear me, because it would just hit that plastic and come right back into my face,
Oh, God. Oh, don't sneeze at the wrong moment, just splat.
Right? Exactly. It was the worst thing, man. And then when it gets hot out there, it's just awful.
Yeah, Georgia with the humidity. Yeah, everything fogging up, and you're like, right. What the hell? White. You stupid little white.
Exactly.
Oh,
I was like, I'm not doing this. Sorry, guys. But that was the biggest thing, man. COVID killed football for us last year, dude. We were we're a little rebuilding
shark sighting
program.
Shark.
There we go. But we're a rebuilding program, and we had my first year taking over as head coach was going into the off season, and I was able to get us up to 40 something kids coming to workouts, which I was so amped about, Nice. And then COVID happened. We went from having 40 plus kids to 18 total. We had 6 kids in each grade level. We had to send all of our 8th grade to our rival school to play for them, And then our sixth and seventh grade teams had to combine with their sixth and seventh grade team, and we formed a new team. And let me tell you, I already let the board know that I will never do that again, because if they bring it up, I'm done coaching.
See, I'm so disgusted with this COVID crap and my kids being home with their laptops because I don't think that's a really, really good educational thing for my youngsters. And
Right.
here's a good reason why. And this also got me in trouble, and I did make a step parent video about it.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 3 hot mics in my house. 3.
Mm-hmm.
I play video games. I get really rowdy. I say words that first graders should not be hearing, you know? Or when my son, over Christmas time, when I think it was the first season of The Mandalorian was huge,
Mm-hmm.
his school gave him a test on The Mandalorian.
Okay.
Now, being a Star Wars geek, when she kept going, Baby Yoda, Baby Yoda, Baby Yoda, I snapped and I went, it's fucking Grogu, bitch! I'm like, oh, shit. Live mic, I'm just going to go wait a call from your principal. I'll be over here. And the part that had me rolling was in her next question, she's like, when did Baby Yoda, I mean Grogu? I'm like, oh. Yeah, I'm going to pay for this one. Somehow I'm going to pay for it. You know?
Yep.
But yeah, I hate having those hot mics because it's like, oh, I really got to watch everything. And when you get into a video game and you've been there where you're hot and heavy in a fight, you're like, gosh, you son of a...
Right.
I'm winning this game, and it's very, very pleasing to me. Is that politically incorrect over there, you know?
Exactly.
Ugh. All right, man. We're coming up on the hour mark, and I usually only let these things go about an hour or so. Now, I know I kind of robbed you of little time in the beginning, but still, I appreciate you seriously letting me do that.
Yeah, man, no problem.
Now, one of the huge things I do with every single show is I talk about this at the end, and I'm going to give you a chance to add to it. We're missing so much that we're getting back, you know? Things like being able to walk up and hug your brother, being able to go to a bar and hang out with them, just going to a movie if you want to with your family, or going out to eat. But we're still lacking that ability to kind of reach out to people and be like, how you doing? You know, and I challenge everybody to do this. Not go out and bring someone to my show. Go call 3 people this week that you haven't talked to in a while. Just ask them how they're doing, you know? Sit and listen, because you never, ever know how you just getting a hold of them can change their day.
Right.
And especially with, if you go on social media, you're going to see pressures and you're going to see crap and you're going to see all kinds of just bad stuff. Or even the news is going to get you down. You know, so reach out and talk to somebody and just listen. Like my boy Sober Chef Eric here. I can't begin to tell you how many times I've called him and went, look, let me vent. And he's like, okay. And then like when I pause for all, he goes, you okay? You done? I'm like, I'm good, Eric. Thank you. He's like, all right, talk to you soon. You know, and it's just cool to have that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my challenge to you guys. I do it every week. Reach out. 3 people. Just 3. You can't do 3, do 2. Can't do 2, do 1. Just make a call.
Yep.
What do you got to add, bro?
Goes a long way, you know. I know you've probably been there before, you know, where somebody reached out and it really helped you get through something that was going on.
Yeah.
You know, I know I've been there. Yeah, well, I think we all have. And, you know, if you say that you haven't, I'd be half tempted to tell you that you're lying, you know.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we all got to have people to talk to, right? We all got to have friends. And even if it's not necessarily a quote unquote super great friendship, but just being able to sit there and listen to somebody and listen to their problems. And the problem, and like, not when the biggest thing is what I've learned is don't try to fix the problem, right? They need you to listen most of the time. They're not looking for you to find a way to fix their problem for them.
Vinny.
You know, they're looking for you to listen so that then they can feel a little bit better, and then you guys can talk and discuss if they want to talk and discuss. But a lot of people, when they need somebody to talk to, that's exactly all they need, is just somebody to talk to, somebody to listen, hear them out and not necessarily sell their products.
Agreed 100%, brother. Now, here's
Yep.
something else I always do. And I know you've kind of gone radio silent, but I always go, hey, what do you have coming up? Anything you want to tell people about?
Yeah, so I actually so like I said earlier, I got a review dropping tomorrow at some point that I'm going to put out. And then I got another video coming out on Thursday for Crushers Creations because I have a collab sent with them dropping on Friday.
Oh, sweet. I've never tried them yet. Never tried them yet. I got to.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man, especially his new blend. Really like it a lot. And Brian's always been super cool with me, man. We've been super good buddies for a while. And he asked me if I wanted to do a collab with him. I said, sure. So we called it Cake Walk. It's a cake batter, blueberry jam, blackberry, and then some extra surprises.
You got me interested.
It's good, man. It's super. It's like my best description of it would be like angel food cake. So it's like a light cakey scent with the fruit making it really nice and refreshing. And then it's got like a bit of a cologne vibe to it. So it's just a really nice, light summer food scent, you know?
Vinny, I never even noticed that. Now that you mentioned it, yeah. He's got that cool fridge where you like hit whatever, you get to see what's inside and place your orders, and yeah.
Oh, yeah, you get the knock on it. It lights up.
Oh, my God.
You see what's all in there.
Dude, this is friggin' awesome.
Right?
Well, Beard of the North, good, because like I said, I liked his reviews. I like what he did in the Breezy Mobile. You know, we all have our one night, and I'm not beating him up about it, but it was there. He's moved past it, and he's done well. You know?
Yep.
But okay, so guys, for me, I know it's going to be a big shocker. I'm going to be filming some men's grooming stuff tomorrow, but I do have a blade dropping tomorrow. It's a small little pocket knife by a pretty well-known company. I'm hoping to be back in the forge this weekend and beat on some stuff. Big reason why I can't do a lot of videos, and I touched on it briefly last Friday, is because they have a lot of projects going on, and I can't find a good angle where I'm not seeing a customer's thing, so I can't really show you what I'm doing yet, but I'm hoping to carve out some time where they're going to let me get in there where they're not working on some other stuff and actually show you some of the stuff I've learned. I started to do this, Cody, because I wanted to bring something different to my knife reviews. Just try to figure out, okay, it's a great blade, but like the heat treat process, why is it, this rating important? Why is this important? But I wanted to touch on that for all you guys. Now, I know usually I've got a Nerf gun war or whatever to do, but nope, I got to go be dad. So guys, we're going to kind of wrap it up right here. Cody, bro, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on the show. It was a real pleasure getting to know you a little bit better, other than, all right, let's duck and dodge some hate,
I hear you, man. Well, I really appreciate you having me on, man. I know that I've told you before how much it meant to me, and you already said you were one of the first people to reach out with like a positive message, and a couple other people did too. And so, I really appreciate you guys and being there for me and helping me kind of talk some sense into me while also just being, there for me, to get me going the way I need to go with it. So.
Alrighty, guys. So next week we're going to have a great guest, but I'm telling you, in 2 weeks, we have somebody coming on the show that is going to rock the beard community. You're not going to want to miss it. But we're not going to roll the little outro, guys. I'm just going to tell you, hey, thank you so much for watching tonight, guys. I hope you're being safe. I hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you in our very next video.